He had completed his mission. Sir, you are okay.
I don't like the way that his face is smiling.
It's almost like his lip is like this. I have read your reports. You have done well. Thank you. So Aswell has grown in strength yet again. Should he get his hands on another astral fissure, it could spell disaster. We must defeat him in Greece. Let us make haste. Sir, Dion and Natalie left their seats. As I followed them out of the room, I overheard Grow muttering to himself. You have got to prove, Curtis. Then I turned to face Grow as he was looking at his left hand, his expression resolute. In the shadow of the temple, where the astral fissure was said to have appeared, we rested one last time before a decisive battle with Aswell. Unable to sleep, I was sitting in front of the campfire when Dion approached. Have you a moment? There's something I would like to talk to you about. This time we must defeat Aswell and put a stop to his plans. With Sir Crow on our side, we stand a good chance. And with you as well, victory is all but assured.
Victory is never assured.
It is safe to say I did not trust you at first. Though the organization decided you were not an outsider, I felt your power was too dangerous.
And let me guess, you're now begging me to help your pretty Sir grow so that he would not die, is that right?
What gave you that idea?
You're coming you're coming out to me in the middle of the woods telling me that you're begging for my help in this fight.
However, as we journeyed together, I saw what sort of person you are. You neither use your power recklessly nor to hurt people. I know I can rely on you and shall be counting on you tomorrow. I doubt it wise to put all your trust in him. Natalie stood on the other side of the campfire. I had noticed her approach. While I understand how you feel, Natalie, you must know deep down that he can be trusted.
I imagine if we went to the Natalie route for that one, it would be Natalie talking to this, not to.
It'd be kind of like, yeah, it'd be the inverse.
Yeah.
Enough of this. I have a message from Grow. He says he wants to speak to you, Bakura. When I arrived at the meeting place, Grow was waiting for me. Hello. Tomorrow we face Aswell for the last time. I wanted to say something to you before we venture into battle.
Bro, I don't swing that way. Joking, I actually do. I swing all ways. But because we are Bakura, we do not swing that way. Unless you are a spray tan the gravekeeper.
Hmm. In order to defeat him, I shall need to push this wretched power inside me beyond its limits.
So you're going to become a berserker and I have to put you down?
Grow uncovered his left eye, revealing a gruesome scar. Even so, there is no guarantee I can emerge victorious. His power has grown immensely. Furthermore, I know that my mind will not survive if I harness my complete power. I never expected an easy death, but recently I have often thought of home. For a brief moment, Gro's expression softened, and he got a distant look in his eye. His face revealed a warmth and kindness I'd never seen in the hardened warrior. A moment later, it was gone, replaced by his usual severe expression. We must risk everything if we are to defeat as well. Even if I am victorious, I will likely lose control of myself. Should that happen, kill me. You have the power to do so.
Can I not save you?
That's not possible.
Actually,
You know it.
actually, I'm curious. What would happen if we were going light?
Maybe so. Gro appeared resolute. With a small nod, I vowed to do as he asked.
You can count on me, buddy. I will put a blade through your heart. Killing Dion chances with you.
To think I would be asking this to think I would be asking this of another for a second time.
Huh?
Never mind. The hour grows wait. Let us rest.
Humanity. Oh, look, it's that bitch.
The road to the temple was swarming with ascended warriors. They got here before us, but I can still sense the astral fissure. There's still time.
Wait, how can you sense the astral fissure?
With my eye patch.
That doesn't work. Then why did we need to gather information?
So that we know where the astral fissure is. Leave this battle to us, sir. Take Bakura and find the astral fissure. I nodded to Dion and Natalie, and Gro and I sprinted toward the temple.
You know, here's the thing. The astral fissure creates a dark atmosphere around the entire area.
Yes. We found our path blocked by Daniel. Our goal just out of reach behind. None shall interfere with Lord Aswill. Oh, my life, I swear you will die by my hand.
So if I cut off your hand, does that mean your oath is broken?
I haven't thought of it like that. And he starts to think about it. Maybe you don't have to die.
Well, you would have to cut off both your hands. Now, how?
But I didn't specify which hand.
Now, what hand would work? Like, oh, okay. Come on, you Pegasus ripoff.
This won't take long.
What's that? You like to be drilled into?
Have a taste of this. Dust to dust. The flash of a blade. What a joke. Eternity.
Graceful. It's not over.
I will.
Goodbye now. As well must have neglected to give you power. I don't need that hideous power. I wanted to remain beautiful, human, loved by Lord Haswell until the end. Daniel's weapon dropped from lifeless fingers as he collapsed to the ground. The traitor has been eliminated. We must hurry.
This is going to be death or glory.
Death or glory.
You
Well,
are too late.
cutscene.
It cannot be.
The show is over. The curtain has fallen. Actually, no. It has just risen. Now begins the main act to free humanity from fate's shackles. Soul Edge and SoulCalibur. The first key is complete. Now I need only claim the other one. But before I do, I think you've worn out your welcome here, Grow. You hold him off for a
Hold him
while.
up for a while.
When I have dealt
Remember.
with
When I have
I
dealt
shall
with
move in
these,
to offer
I shall
support.
move in to offer support.
Let us go.
Let us go.
It's all voiced.
I know. But that's how he sounds like, no, whatever that was.
What?
Let's go.
What, you don't like his actual voice?
These days, Glow is white.
It would just be hilarious if that actually was his voice. Like the silent character that doesn't talk because that's what he sounds like. You know, that actually would have been interesting.
I think somehow in the character.
Take this and this.
You teleport sack of shit. Just give up already. Bullshit.
Join me. Do you really believe you can win?
Win or lose, I don't care.
I don't care.
I'm
here
because I
because
despise
I
you.
despise you.
That's it!
That's it.
The rest is in your
The rest
hands.
is in your
Oh, he went rosé.
Fool. Have you abandoned all reason?
Yeah, boy.
Did he just steal my kill? I'm sorry, did he just steal my kill?
Looks like it.
God damn it, Grove.
Rewards acquired.
Chapter 4.
Bidding time. We searched for Grill and Aswell at the bottom of the ravine for hours upon hours, but found no sign of either of them. Sir Grove. I knew he was concealing something, but what? What other conclusion could there be? He's an outsider. But he despised outsiders. There has to be more to this than meets the eye. Perhaps. Still, remember our purpose. Dion, if he is indeed an outsider, I will not hesitate to strike him down.
You would think Natalie would be the one in love with him.
What, with Deborah?
No, with Grove. But no, it's Dion.
We must report in and request orders on how to proceed.
Or we could just go in alone.
Fortunately, one of our agents operates out of a nearby town. We head there immediately. So we're not going to deal with the Fisher then?
No, we did. Well, as well did already.
Oh. A new astral Fisher?
Who's here?
Thomas Mead.
I don't care.
When we arrived at the organization's hideout, we were greeted by a nervous Aval agent. Something wasn't right. After a short, hushed conversation, Natalie turned to me. We're leaving now, Bakura. The three of us hurried out of town. An astral fissure has been sighted just north of here. We need to deal with it before it can grow any more powerful. Others have been tasked with inciting Sir Grow and Aswell. Let us make haste, or with locating Sir Grow and Aswell. Let us make haste.
You could stop calling him Sir Grove. He's went insane. He's not the Grove you would remember.
How dare you speak ill of Grow, or Sir Grow?
Any good things at the shop? Nightmare. Nope. Oh. You. I'm gonna go deal with you first.
As I walked an old path through the forest, I came across a large metal ring hanging from a tree branch. Intrigued, I moved in closer. From above, I heard a gleeful voice. Hiya! Looking up, I spotted a slender young woman peering down at me from a perch atop a branch. Never seen you before. You don't look like you're following us. I asked if she was alone up there, but she ignored me and continued her monologue. You know, I was just starting to get a little restless. She nimbly jumped down from the tree. The name's Tira, and I'm so famished I could die. Have any snacks for me? Tira held both her hands out. I took some bread from my pack and handed it to her. Thanks, you're the best.
It's raisin bread.
You're the worst. I got just one more favor to ask, Kay. Tira looked at me, her eyes brimming with anticipation.
Listen to her request.
As soon as I answered, a group of these guys were good. I hadn't noticed them until they were kneeling upon me. We've been looking for you. I served Russell. The man who spoke appeared to be their leader. He seized the young lady and took her metal ring from the tree. No, stop it! He turned to leave, still holding Tira captive, then called back to his associates. No witnesses!
Okay.
No witnesses!
Okay, so Tira has split personality disorder and a pure psychosis.
Okay.
So the personality disorder we saw is known as happy. She's all cheerful, happy, yada yada. The other she has is known as dread. It's a murderous psychotic.
Okay.
Basically, if you breathe on her wrongly, she's gonna take your crotch away. If you're a man, if you're a woman, she's just gonna cut you in two. Ugh. Shit. Oh shit. Can we try that? Yeah.
Good thing I'm the main character.
Let's retry that. I got a little cocky. Alright, round two. Zork, reverse time.
Bites the dust.
Zork, reverse time.
Bites the dust. Click.
There we go.
In other words, bites the dust.
Bird of Passage. It is a assassination group.
Go to sleep.
Bird of passage. You didn't have the rite of passage.
He did not have the passage to passage in this world.
What?
Yeah,
The passage to passage?
yes. He needs a passage to passage in this world. Nope. Nope. He just needed to pass in this world, but he didn't have the right passage. There we go.
2 birds down.
I guess when they say one rock, 2 birds, they really mean one sexy man and versus 2 birds.
With my attackers defeated, I looked around for the man who had taken Tira captive. As I searched the area, I noticed what appeared to be a trail of breadcrumbs.
My raisin bread.
How dare she?
I actually like raisin bread. I'm not gonna lie. Follow the trail of breadcrumbs.
I followed the trail through the trees, deeper and deeper into the forest. Was this Tira's doing? Before long, an old half-collapsed castle came into view. The trail. I crept towards the castle, scanning the areas of danger. I spotted several sentries, all of them dressed like the man who had taken Tira.
Okay, so in the original timeline, Tira was part of an assassination group like the Birds of Prey.
Yep.
Well, in this it's called the Birds of Passage.
Yeah.
She left them after killing one of their leaders.
Right.
We're not going to talk about what that leader tried to do,
I see.
because I like this job. But anyways,
I crept towards the castle, scanning the area of danger. From what I could see, the sentries demanded a password to enter the castle. For such an old place, it was guarded extremely heavily. Maybe if I got closer, I could overhear the password, or even try reading someone's lips. It was worth a shot. Suddenly, a piercing scream came from inside the castle. Too focused on discovering the password, I stumbled in surprise and stepped down. Oh, boy, you! What do you think you're doing? Yeah, what do you think you're doing?
trying to read lips, because that's apparently a skill I know how to do.
Swordfish. Oh, okay. How would you know a password?
Brother? Jacob, Amelia, Monkey?
Lolly-lay-lo.
Jacob, Amelia, Monkey, Crawford?
Be quiet! Not yet! Not over! Take this!
I'm not gonna lie, I love that little... I love that kick I do.
This won't take long! Ruin! Have a taste of this! Oh no! I will...
Luckily, I hadn't drawn the attention of anyone else. After I subdued the sentry, I demanded he tell me everything he knew. tell me nothing. I'm just one of the birds of passage's hired lackeys. What brings you here? Revenge? Did they kill your family or something? Are you being offered a pretty penny to take them down?
Actually, I'm just looking for a girl they took named Tira.
Trust me, May, you don't want her. She's a big problem. It doesn't matter. I guess this is just one hideout of many. Whoever you're after probably ain't even here. So the castle was a hideout for this group of assassins. The bird of passage, which means that that scream I heard. I knocked the sentry unconscious, tied him up and rolled him into a thicket.
A what?
I had to sneak into the castle without being seen.
The hell's a thicket? Chad, if you know what a thicket is, tell me. Level 50. You know, I do want to go see Ivy for a minute.
Okay.
There we go. Blood and Fate.
My sword whispered that someone unique was near. To think they would be you, how fortuitous. Just yesterday I accepted a job in the army of Wolfcrone, a small nation between the Holy Roman Empire and the Kingdom of France. They wanted me to hunt down remnants of the Covenant shield.
Funny thing is, this actually used to exist.
The army of Wolfcrone?
Wolfcrone was a country that used to exist. Used to.
Yeah.
Technically, it still does. In a way. It's not a big...
Among my orders, I found a document describing a woman wielding a strange sword. Someone I'd met once before while traveling with Dion. Apparently she called herself Ivy. So, Wolfcrone is moving against the stragglers and malfested trash. I see. They're certainly wasting no time, and you must be the bounty hunter they hired to deal with me. I have severed all ties with the Knight and Demons. Then again, I doubt that you'll accept that, or that my past transgressions will be forgiven so easily.
You separate with them because you found out what they really were doing. You found out how bitch of a psychotic asshat Nightmare was, and you regretted all of it.
Dion had said that this Ivy was working with the Azure Knight, but it now seemed that was no longer the case. I stared at her in silence, and she smirked. I suppose that this is the fate of those who dance to Soul Edge's tune. Very well, Hunter. Claim your prize, if you can.
Oh, I will. I will claim you well.
I haven't heard of that before.
Funny, with the amount of fan art that there are of Ivy dominating people, I'm surprised that there's not much fan art of people dominating Ivy. I don't know. But no, chat, if any artists are out there, draw Ivy and Bakor together.
predictable. What a bore.
I'll risk everything.
She burned you. Come here. I'll make you submit.
Okay. That hurts.
Enjoy your treat. Give it up already.
Okay, this is gonna be a bitch.
I won't quit.
Escape is futile.
Moronic. I'll risk everything.
Extend.
Ruin. You're dead. This won't take long. You're dead. Dullard. This won't take long.
Not over yet. Not over yet.
Take this.
I've had enough of this.
You and me both.
I'll risk everything. You're dead. Ruin. You're dead. Have a taste of this. Look to dust.
No!
The flash of a blade. What a joke. You're
I'll
dead.
make you submit. Enjoy your treat. Give it up already.
Not yet. Moronic. Perfect. I'll risk everything.
There we go.
Goodbye to the dominatrix serial killer.
Has been beaten down with the power of darkness.
With a long, thick sword. Damn this curse upon me. Perhaps death will be a sweet release. Ivy was desperate, and desperate people are doubly dangerous. As I watched her warily, suddenly her sword transformed into some sort of whip. It coiled around her as if it had a mind of its own, shielding its master. But what was this anguish I saw in Ivy doing in our fight? And how could her sword writhe like a living thing? Who exactly was this woman? While uncertainty clung to my heart, I couldn't bring myself to strike her down. And
What?
would my weapon, choosing words over weapons this day?
What?
Nope. You're not allowed to kill an official canon SoulCalibur character.
You know, I really want to ask this. So what's with your outfit?
This, I designed it myself. It allows me to communicate quickly with my blade and control it whether as a sword or a whip. I've never really thought deeply on why, though, to be quite honest.
Right.
The blood of the cursed sword flows through my body and blade, binding us as one. My fate is tied to it, as it is tied to me. Ivy stared at her sword, her eyes intent. She spoke of it like it was part of her. As I pondered how to respond, I felt the earth tremble below me. Ivy raised her head. A dust cloud rose in the distance. A large number of wounded mounted soldiers were heading right for us. They carry the flag of her wolf crone. That young regent truly is determined to sweep every last manifested from wolf crone's soil. Ivy's blade eagerly responded to her will, curling back into a solid sword. No more denying the truth. If half of me still wishes to defy fate, then the other half must endure it. With that, Ivy turned and sauntered away. She walked with poise, dignity, a haughty and aloof queen beyond approach.
Wow, Bakura really has a thing for her.
Fresh blood-stained corpses were scattered through the castle. All had been disfigured in the same way. Their eyes were gouged out, and strange symbols were carved into their flesh. The gruesome sight and loathsome stench made me recall the scream. Was Tyrell K. I climbed a staircase, proceeding further into the castle until I eventually reached a large hall. I could hear someone moaning nearby. The source of the sound soon became clear. Tied to a chair and covered in blood was the man who had taken Tira. He was likely the leader of the Birth of Passage piece. He was on the verge of death, like the cadavers decorating this castle's halls. His eyes had been gouged out. His head thrashed wildly, and he wailed in agony. Is someone there? I remained silent, but the man continued. He must have thought I was one of his own. Listen, report to the Archaeopteryx. Isaac Drossel. Isaac Drossel. That name sounded familiar. Ever since she used the evil sea to escape, she's been hiding in Eastern Europe. Though she changed her name and feigns normality, the same blood boils inside of her. The man began to speak feverishly as though consumed by fear. The blood of a butcher, of human flesh. She tore her false family to pieces. She's come back to... She must be caged again. No, her false name, it's T... Before he could finish, a giant metal hoop dropped from above and cleaved him in two. His corpse slid to the floor, the blood-soaked disc protruding from the ground. Next to it, I'd seen that weapon from. You took ages. I've been waiting for you. Tira slid down out of the darkness to claim her weapon. Unaffected by the sight of the corpse, she looked at me and tilted her head. Remember how I said I had another favor to ask you? Wanna hear it?
Sure.
You're hilarious. Okay, listen up. I'm gonna dye you red.
Adorable. Purely adorable. She actually thinks that she's a threat to me.
How cute. She thinks she's people.
Cute. She thinks that she's a threat.
Be quiet! Weakling! This won't take long! Perfect! This won't take long!
I said, she thinks that she's a threat.
Looking at me as though nothing had happened, Tira spun her ring and launched another attack. I'm not done playing with you yet. Show me the color of your blood. I just barely parried her blade in time. Its movements were difficult to predict, as though it were being controlled by more than just one person. What part of do you want me to gouge out of you first? Gotta be your eyes, right? Who cares? I'll chop you into tiny pieces. Tira spoke as though she had two personalities fighting for control of her mind. Was she possessed, or was she just mad? What of the case? If I didn't do something quickly, I was in danger of being overwhelmed. I held off her onslaught while slowly backing into her room. Here one. What's up, little mousie? Nowhere else to run? Time for the kitty to pounce on her prey. Tira flew towards me with her blade. Somehow I deflected her attack. You're really starting to annoy me. The wall in which Tira had embedded a ring crumbled and fell. Dragged along by the force of her momentum, she went down too. Terrified that she might still be alive, I approached the gap and peered down. Neither Tira nor her weapon were anywhere to be seen. All I could make out was a single black feather falling gently down into the green.
Tira knew how to teleport.
Yep, instant transmission.
Gonna say that's it.
Images from the past. As we got closer to the astral fissure, Berserker appeared with a roar. Exterminate. Outsiders. Oh, outsiders! Was this one of our own? Were they struck down by the cursed Lord? It is no longer human, so its past matters not. We exterminate any who have lost their humanity. Ready yourself.
Are you hearing his voice right now? At least the groans that it's making.
Very
Yeah. She's a woman.
Oh, okay.
So crafty. Go to sleep.
In the end, you could not remember that you were one of us. Dion, you know as well as I do that those creatures are no longer our comrades. They are monsters possessed by a single unquenchable desire, mindlessly moaning empty words. Illusions. Our purpose is to purge this world of anything that does not belong, like this astral furniture. Do not forget that. You are right. I reached for the astral fissure. Dion and Adeline's eyes trained on me, as powers flowed into my body. We are done. Time to head back to the town.
Natalie is such a cold-hearted bitch.
Bad news and blades. Bad news was waiting for us when we returned. As well, it seemed impossible that anyone could have survived, but it was the truth. According to our intelligence, Aswell was seen meeting with his followers. He delivered this message to them. 2 months from now, when the moon is full, the ceremony that shall save humanity will commence. His followers have already begun moving. They will appear to be heading to
Ostrheinsburg Castle.
Ostrheinsburg Castle, when the ceremony will no doubt take place. From what we have learned, the castle is located on a ley line, and it serves as a focus for spiritual energy. In 2 months' time, during the full moon, the stars will align to their yearly high, and the natural energies will reach their peak. Natalie fell silent, a grim look on her face next to her. Dion let out a sigh. So he intends to tap into the power of the heavens and the earth. How could he have survived? I thought this man an imposter at first, but this plan has Aswell written all over it. However, if he is alive, then there is hope for Sir Grove.
Just Growth, not Sir anymore. He's evil, remember? He went insane. He's not the...
No, he hasn't.
Aw, cute. You still have hope.
Dispel such thoughts, Dion. Even if Grow is still alive, it is likely he has become an outsider. We have no time to waste searching for him, and when next we meet, we will likely be forced to kill him. If the aim of this ceremony, as Will spoke of, is to create the ultimate seed, then the situation is grim indeed. We must act without delay. I agree. We need to rally together to put an end to Aswell's machinations and stop him from bringing about calamity. The only time we'll be able to locate Aswell for sure is when he's at Orstensburg. Natalie and I will return to the headquarters to prepare. Under normal circumstances, we would demand you to accompany us. We were tasked with keeping an eye on you. However, we owe you so much. So, what do you wish to do, Bakura? So, pursue Aswell, Grow, or another Fisher?
I want to do another fissure.
There is as yet no word of another astral fissure. I will be blunt. We are desperate for your help. Will you assist us in our battle against Aswell? I was worried about what would happen if Aswell succeeded in creating the ultimate sea. I could also feel that I would be fine without an astral fissure's power for some time. Yet, slowly I nodded in assent. Thank you, Begor. When we are ready, we will send a messenger. Until then, as Dion and Natalie disappeared from you, a voice spoke. They have finally left, I see. When a moment ago there was nothing, understand? Sassanel says, do you believe you can defeat Aswell by cooperating with Aval?
No, of course not. I'm just using them to get to him. I don't need them to help me. I need them to get me to him. They're nothing but pawns in this game.
I remembered Grow driven mad by the immense power of his manifestation, and how even then he proved ineffective against Aswell. Zazamel clenched his fist, shaking his head, sad, softly. I do not wish to say you cannot win. In fact, it is quite the opposite. There is indeed a way to defeat that lunatic. Fakura, you have absorbed the power of the multitude of astral fissures. I believe that you have gained the strength to be able to resist the astral chaos. That strength is the key to our victory.
You know, I want to replay this game on stream, but go light and name the character Yuma.
Okay. I thought it would be like Yuki.
No, Yuma, because we need to save Astral. Zexel?
Oh.
We need to save Astral World, and we need to tap into the power of the Astral Fissures to...
the Astrals to defeat
Yeah.
Did being able to resist the astral chaos's influence mean I no longer needed to rely on its power? I asked Zazamel if he knew the answer. That is correct. You are no longer have reason to fear for your life. It seems that you still retain your ability to absorb astral fissures, though. I felt a weight lift from my shoulders. However, Aswell was still a problem. I asked Zazamel how I could defeat them. Listen very carefully. As you have probably already heard, Aswell will be performing the ceremony soon. That means he has been able to create both the cursed and spirit swords. However, they are still mere imitations that can be destroyed by the true swords. Without them, Aswell's plan will end in ruin. Before the true spirit sword and the true cursed sword have disappeared from this world and are trapped in the astral chaos, it would be impossible to retrieve both, but just one would be enough. Someone of your strength could reach into the astral chaos and claim one of the true swords as your own. In theory, at least. Zazzle no. However, there's nothing you still lack. There's something you still lack. Whichever sword you seek, you need to bind yourself to it, to retrieve it from the astral chaos. Simply put, even though you possess the power to retrieve the swords, you still lack the ability to find them. To strengthen your connection to the swords, you must do battle with those whose fates are already entangled with them. Fighting those with knowledge of the swords will strengthen your connection to them. Then once you are bonded to the swords, you should be able to summon one of the depths from the depths of the astral chaos Know that when you call for a sword, the one that resembles your soul, that most resembles your soul will appear. Until it is in your hands, it is unclear which sword will choose you. This is the only way to beat as well. Only you can do it, but that does not mean your success is guaranteed. Even if you claim a sword, you may not have the power to wield it. And do not think for a second that Ezreal will stand idly by while another plots his ruin. If Ezreal proves stronger than you will die. It would be a great pity to see your life taken away from you, just as you proclaimed it. I thought back to my conversation with Dion and Natalie. I was ready, and now I knew how to stop Azrael. I looked Zazamel in the eye and nodded. Low odds or not, what other choice did I have? Go. By now you should be able to sense the true swords. Seek strong warriors linked to them.
So now we actually have a bit of a side objective to do. Now there is one character I do want to find and hunt.
The ninja who steals.
Now because we're going evil, we are going to get the cursed sword.
Yes.
Now there's a few things we can do right now. But let's go talk to Taki.
I closed my eyes and reached out with my mind, trying to sense the sword's power. I immediately felt something. I never thought it would be you tracking me down. What do you want? I explained that I wished to fight her to obtain the power that I needed to prevent a great disaster. You've grown in strength, and yet you still desire more.
Of course. Your master knows about this, well, did before you put your sword through his neck.
Fine, I want to see whether your soul has submitted to evil.
It has. We are almost done with this game, so I want to finish it in this stream, if that's okay.
Okay.
We are almost done. We have about 3, maybe 2 more after this.
Fight to kill. I will do the same.
You fight always to kill.
Open.
Be quiet! Perfect!
Counter.
I know.
Be quiet!
I'm not gonna lie, if you get hit with this fucking thing, not only is flesh cracking, but bones are cracking too.
You leave me no choice.
This won't take
You have good control over.
Get the fuck off my cliff.
The fight with the ninja awakened memories of a deadly battle for control of Soul Edge. Is that so?
Do 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 do.
Good. I do not sense any evil from you, so you have learned something. So have you learned something? I nodded, thanked her, and went on my way. Once again, I closed my eyes and reached out with my mind, hoping to detect more warriors linked to the swords. My connection with the blades was not yet strong enough.
We're now level 54. This is good. Because now that we're level 54, we can go to Nightmare. Boom. Into levels. Boom. And three levels after that. Boom. So there was a mission over here. It's just a bounty for strength. Nothing important.
It sounded like you did a SoulCalibur mission, judging by your dialogue.
Weirdly, I'm not 100% sure. Anyways.
Holy Warrior's Prayers.
See, these are the people that are connected to Soul Edge. Taki's connected to Soul Edge due to her blade.
Alright,
Her sword has a shard of Soul Edge in it.
I see. Sending some links to the swords, I made my way toward the distant mountains. There I found a blonde woman being attacked by Malfested.
This woman has the most fucked up story in this entire game, and I hate it and love it at the same time.
I see.
Okay, so Sophia is a woman that was chosen by the gods,
Right.
the Greek gods.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: when she defeated Cervantes and all of the stars with Soul Edge from that sword shattered, a shard went into her back, into her spine. And when she gave birth to her two children, we will not talk about the male, so we'll only say she has one child, because fuck the boy.
Okay.
Because the boy doesn't matter, because the boy's a piece of shit that never deserved it. The child was born half Malfested. She was hated by everyone. While her brother was a giant piece of shit.
I rushed to save her, but she didn't need my help.
In her storyline of SoulCalibur IV, she picked up Soul Edge to try to kill SoulCalibur.
Oh. She placed a palm on its head, and the evil within it began to slowly disappear. Be still and fear not. Forgive me, I couldn't control myself. How could I attack another person? What have I done? Evil made you its victim. You have nothing to feel guilty about. It is my duty to help those plagued by darkness. Just thank the gods that I searched. Thank you. Thank you so much. The woman urged the man to rest, but he rose unsteadily to his feet, saying he was worried about his friends. He left. After he disappeared from view, the woman turned to face me. Greetings, my name is
Sophia.
Sophia, do you need something? I explained that I wished to fight her in order to obtain the power to stop a great disaster. She stared at me for a long, thoughtful moment, then nodded. Very well, I sense an unusual power within you. I wish to know the truth behind it.
See, here's the thing. SoulCalibur 3, she fights with her sister to try to get Soul Edge. In SoulCalibur 4, she tries to kill her sister to get Soul Edge.
Right.
Because she finds out that Soul Edge is actually the true savior of humanity and not an evil piece of shit. It's an evil piece of shit because it's only been used for war, blood, and psychopathic murder. While the good sword of SoulCalibur, the spirit inside that sword is a psychotic, narcissistic bitch.
This fight is also fatal.
Oh, look, I have the pyramid sword. Pyramid head sword. Okay, seriously, if you hit anyone with this and they can't block it, this sword is getting cut in half. This is rust. This is a rust on this. This is a giant rust hole on a stick.
Not end like this. Pardon me.
Not yet. Moronic.
The fight with Sophia awakened memories of a deadly battle for control of Soul Edge. How could such power reside in a person without consuming their mind and soul? I have never met another such as you. Before our exchange, you spoke of wanting to stop a disaster. I thanked Sophia, and she clasped her hands to her chest in prayer. I shall pray you never stray from the path of righteousness.
Sister, you are trying so hard, and we mastered all the Nightmare.
Oh, nice.
We mastered Nightmare. We are the Nightmare now.
So, do we still have to fight more people to...
We have one more before we have two more before we claim Soul Edge. Fuck you, you random encounter bitch.
There's a lot of padding to cross by.
Be quiet! You're dead!
That bandit was wealthy. Too wealthy for my liking. One more. And now we fight the pirate. The man that started this entire shit.
I found the next warrior in a small village turned Connell House. The streets were littered with innumerable corpses, and the air filled with a stench of blood.
Oh.
More. I need more. These pathetic souls will never satiate. Hmm. The man turned to me as I approached, seemingly unbothered by the sea of blood around him. I sense a great power within you. What perfect timing.
Now, if you remember at the start of the game, we survived the evil seed opening. And it was due to this piece of shit.
The very pirate himself.
It's now time to kill our nightmares. Who are you?
What will knowing change? Your soul will still become mine.
Because I want to know the person I'm going to kill. Just so I could get comfortable with your soul. If I lock off your arm, you tell me your name, deal? I cut up both his arms.
God.
Name, now.
Take this! This won't take long! Is that so? This won't take long!
Gravity, bitch! Gravity!
This won't take long! I'll incinerate you! Take this! Be quiet! See? Is that all? I will end it all!
The fight with the pirates awakened memories of a deadly battle for control of the Soul Edge. Higher, higher, higher. After I'd parried countless forceful blows, my opponent finally ceased his attacks. Good. Your soul will be juicy enough to claim one day, but you're not ripe enough yet. I will go. I'll let you go for now. But I know you're sent now, mingled as it is with the cursed sword you carry. The time will soon come when I tear your soul from your body.
Now that we did that, it is time for us to complete it.
Time to complete the mission.
Ah, screw it. This is just talking.
I told you the whole situation is rotten. A woman named Desolate slurred incessantly and pounded the table Hey, are you even listening? We need to build a highway through the forest. That's all. Thank you. By the way of her short speech, she was standing on the table and shouting to the entire room. Anyway, you're a doughty adventurer, right? Don't try to fool me. Lizelot squatted down on a perch and peered into my eyes. We have to go tell the village chief about our plan. I'll come back to the inn in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It's time to have our discussion with the village chief. Without waiting for a response, she tugged my arm and led me to the chief's house. Lizelot, no matter how many times you ask, the answer is still the same. The villagers fear the forest. It belongs to the hidden village clan. If we try to build a route through it, who knows what trouble may come. But without a road, the village is doomed. You know that trade with other villages will dry up because everyone has to take the long way around. If the hidden village clan still exists, then as a scholar of the Crone family, it is my responsibility to negotiate with them. Chief, please allow me to do my duty. Are you certain you're up to the task? Forgive me, but you are unable to ensure even your own safety. Don't worry, I've made arrangements. This time, this doughty adventurer will escort me.
I did not agree to this.
Lizelot and the village chief both looked at me. I thought you were exaggerating when you told me of this adventurer's skill, but he does look quite experienced. Very well, I give you permission to try, but do take care. You know I will. Escorting a woman into the heart of a primeval forest, I've got myself entangled in strange business.
You could say it's Stranger Things.
Items acquired. Okay. So we're doing this side quest?
No, that was a complete accident.
We just baited her.
That was a complete misclick.
What's that over there? Where?
Judgment.
Just bolts it. I like my practical pranks. I had traveled long and far and battled a number of skilled warriors by the time a messenger from Abel found me. Natalie and Dion wanted to meet, so I set off without delay. Abel has been gathering its forces near
Australiansburg.
Castle.
It's a German place.
I glanced over my soldier to see Salamel staring at me intently. As always, you're... Sorry. Your destiny has become closely entwined with the swords. Whether your conviction is strong enough to master the blades, I do not know. But you should be able to retrieve one from the astral chaos. Temporarily, at least, before you do. But before you do, with deadly silence, Zasalamel readied his enormous blade. This is your final test. Show me your power. Even if you can claim one of the swords, you will die if you're unable to master it.
useful is that gun? Be quiet! Weakly!
Probably more useful than you right now.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
I will. I shall leave your hope in shreds. Weakly. Ruin. Be quiet! Be quiet! Be quiet! Have a taste of this! Have a taste of this! The flash of a blade!
The clothes fell off. You have promise. Whether you draw the spirit sword or the cursed sword, you have but one chance to use it. Do not waste it. I parted with SoulCalibur and made my way to meet Natalie and Dion. I was ready to summon the swords from the astral chaos. My goal was clear. Defeat as well. When I arrived at the forest by Ostrheinsberg Castle, Dion and Natalie were just finishing their preparations. You made it just in time, Bakura. Our allies are in position and Abel's is about to launch its full-scale assault on the castle. Our information tells us that the ceremony will be held in a large chamber called the Hall of the Chosen. That is where, as well must be.
It's like every time when you say Aswell, his ghost is trying to kill you so that we don't continue this.
Bakura, you need not await our orders. Aswell is too powerful to defeat with mere stratagems or tricks. So when you see an opportunity to strike him down, take it. Win or lose, this will be our final battle with that madman. When you are ready, let us know.
Bitch, I'm always ready. Oh, come on, we are so close to the new sword.
So close.
Okay, I don't want to fight Aswell with a fucking piece of shit.
As I walked through this thick forest surrounding Ostrheinsberg Castle, I came across a seemingly bottomless chasm. Walking along,
I don't want to fight Aswell with a. I don't want to fight Aswell with a rusted sword.
It was then when I heard voices. This must be a piece of Astaroth. To think this could have happened to that brute. We may never create a golem as perfect as he again, but at the We must find this divine core and bring it back to us. Peering from behind a tree, I spied two priests examining the ground. Two lizard men accompanied them. Oh. Who goes there?
Let's get this done. Kill fast, kill quick, level up. Then we can fight as well with a real sword.
Yes.
We can't use Soul Edge, sadly. I don't need any cutscenes. Yeah, so I don't want to fight him with this rusted piece of shit. If I'm fighting as well, I'm fighting him with everything. I'm attacking him with a real sword. And we just need a little bit more XP.
Be quiet! You're dead!
Oh, the lizardmen were completely useless. I imagine if this was in a cutscene, both the lizardmen would attack. Bakura would stab one, knock the other one in the body, and then slam his sword on both of them.
I will.
That was easy. Come on, level up, 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 level up. Come on, level up. One level. That's all we need.
I looked at what the priests had been examining. It was a bluish arm, too big to be humans, and covered in unusual cracks. Nearby a large axe. Both the axe and the arm looked familiar. They likely belonged to that giant I came across in the Middle East. Who could have defeated that monster? Suddenly a strange urge to check the ravine overwhelmed me. Looking down, I saw something white snagged on the surface. I strained my eyes and saw that it was tattered white cloth covered in blood. Then I realized I was looking at Maxie's jacket. As I leaned over to see if I could spot Maxie himself, a malicious presence approached me from behind. By the time I realized I was under attack, it was too late. Something pushed me from behind, and as I plummeted down into the rocky depths, the last thing I remembered seeing was a bloodied lizard man at the ravine's lip, screeching victoriously. When I opened my eyes, I found myself in a dimly lit cave with the bubbling of a river and the crackling of a fire filled the air. Enjoy your sleep. You know, I catch a lot of fish here, but you're the second person I've hooked now. Sorry. I turned my head towards the voice and saw an older man sitting by a campfire. He wore an unusual clothing and religious paraphernalia was hanging from his waist. Perhaps he was a shaman or a cleric of some sort. This river flows from the base of a mountain. A short distance from here, that's where you washed in from. I looked you over and you seem to have no major injuries. How do you feel?
Yeah, fine.
I told him I was fine and thanked him, then asked him about the other person he'd found. He said he discovered a badly wounded man not long ago, his injuries so severe that he'd lost the use of his limbs. Realizing he needed specialized help, the old man took him to a doctor in a village a short distance away. However, he had yet to receive word of if the injured man had awoken. For now, he needs rest more than anything. I have a feeling he'll wake up and walk from the village on his own 2 feet. It would be wise of you to give him time to recover. His gentle words hanging in the air, the old man made his way out of the cave.
I want to see that fight, because in the story mode we never did. And I'm pissed at that. Time to fight Nightmare. With a real weapon.
A steel paddle.
I would prefer the Ignis Blade, but... no, we're fine.
Volstrinesburg Castle was filled with the clash and clamor of battle. Everywhere I looked, groups of able soldiers fought desperately against the qualifiers. Before I knew it, I'd lost sight of Natalie and Dion. As I made my way upstairs, the sounds of battle grew dim. Eventually, only the sound of my footsteps echoed through the silent halls. The Hall of the Chosen was just ahead. The Hall of the Chosen was nothing like I had imagined. Large gaps in the crumbling castle walls, let in the quiet silvery light of the moon, illuminating Azrael. He turned to face me as I entered, spreading his arms wide. Why? That was very rude of you to keep me waiting, my friend, but I knew you would come. I looked around, but it was just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Do 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 do.
Relax. It is just the two of us. No one shall disturb us. The others have their hands full downstairs. But it is such a tragedy. They are killing each other over this, is it not?
Then you could just surrender right now.
But you don't understand. This is for the sanctity of mankind.
Fuck your mankind.
It appeared the ceremony had yet to begin. I needed to act fast. I readied my weapon, and Aswell's grin broadened. My, how strong you have become. I knew it. You're perfect. For you to make it this far shows how close to the gods you are. Seeing the puzzlement on my face, Aswell sighed and wagged his finger in disapproval. Think for a moment. What do we need to create the ultimate seed? Firstly, we take the power of the spirit and the cursed swords. Then we mix in the energy of the heavens, today's celestial spectacle, and the energy of the earth, the ley lines. Even those fools of the Aval organization would no doubt have figured that out, even without my research. However, that alone is not enough. Why, it could destroy a country or two, but that's boring. We are aiming to change the very world, my dear. We are still missing one key component. And what is that we lack? Something to create an enormous wave of energy. Something that can absorb power, amplify it, and loose it with exponentially greater force.
Fuck you, Geppetto. I am not your Pinocchio.
Oh, don't give me that tone. But you're correct in concluding, in other words, you. To my surprise, or lack thereof, as well pointed at me. The moment I laid my hands on you, I knew you were the one, a human who was able to absorb the power of the astral fissures, a human who could even claim the power of the astral chaos. However, when we first met, you were still too weak for my needs, so I allowed you to live, knowing you would become more powerful eventually. I bided my time until the day we would meet again. And here you are. Everything has led up to this one perfect moment. Today you and I are part of a beautiful miracle. Ezra lifted his sword, two swords menacingly. All that remains now is to force the power of these blades to resonate with the power inside you. Chaotic energy and the might of these swords will intertwine, amplify, and burst forth. Then and only then will the ultimate seed come into being and cleanse this world. Though you will most likely die in the process, your death will not be in vain. You will be the stepping stone for humanity's great evolution. Oh, what a glorious, happy fate. Oh no, don't tell me you think to resist. Fret not, I will give you pure ecstasy, that I promise you. All I have to do is impale you on these swords and my plan will succeed. So come, let the finale commence.
Are you ready for the final fight? Well, yeah, final fight. You ready to let chaos take us both?
Let us guide the human race together!
How's that for your human race?
Be quiet!
Stick with me! Chaos!
Be quiet!
It's not over!
Dollar! See? Be quiet!
I've yet to reach my goal!
Your goal is to die by my hands.
You're dead! Be quiet!
Can you stand the test? Accept this from me! My love! You passed!
I'll risk everything!
Why do you resist?
You're dead! Ruin!
Come to me, SoulCalibur! The power of reason! You have begun to change. I knew you would not disappoint. In that case, I shall have to show you the ace up my sleeve.
Ready for round two?
I will not be defeated. Using you as the key, I will save the human race!
Fuck
I am
your...
so close, so very close to the moment my beloved humans shall be freed from their cruel fate! Let's be done with this. Will you stop me and emerge victorious? Or shall I claim victory and lead humanity to a new era? With all my might, I shall make you mine!
Bitch, I am no one's. You... I am not yours to claim. I am not yours to make. I am...
Agree to disagree.
I am not even human.
Well, that's okay. Even if you are fully manifested, this plan shall still work.
I'm gonna take Soul Edge and stick it so far up your ass that you're gonna be coughing up diamonds.
Wait, I'm confused. Where would the diamonds come from?
Your intestines when I'm done with it. Soul Edge can make any wish come true.
The old era has ended, a new age begins!
Be quiet! You're dead!
The power of reason!
See? Oh no!
Surely not!
Perfect!
Become mine!
Ow.
How cathartic!
I'll risk everything!
Let me guide you!
Ow.
How cathartic! The power of reason! The power of truth! Oh my!
Fuck your reason. Fuck your true. Take my blade to the face. That is the power of your
To reach my
humanity.
goal. The power of reason!
This won't take long!
I must have you!
Ruin!
Such brilliance!
Have a taste of this! Not to dust! The flash of a blade!
I remember that fight being tougher because I chose something that I never used before.
Ah,
So that's why the first time when I actually did this, I actually lost. Because I chose his fighting style. And I haven't fully mastered it yet.
It's not over yet.
stab him. Stab him. Stab him. Stab him. Okay.
I shall free humanity from the binds of fate.
Oh, hi Unlimited Blade Works. Soul Edge! You know, that the joke would have worked better if it was a Shiro Emiya. Oh, right, you've never seen Fate.
You are the one I sought.
The torrent of light consumed my body, and I began to slip into unconsciousness. It was finally time to die. But I was ready to accept my fate, no longer afraid of the cold hand of death. The ultimate seed was no more. I had played my part. When I had opened my eyes, I was in the ruins of Ostbrandsberg Castle. Our victory was a narrow one indeed, but Aswell's schemes have come to nothing. Sir Salomel was standing by my side, and a hushed silence surrounded us. I thanked him for everything he had done for me. I shall continue to observe the world. I wish to see what the future that began today holds. Be proud, Bakura. You not only saved yourself, but the world.
Wow, Bakura saved the world. You know, I'm going to take a screenshot of that real quick.
Good job, kid. I parted ways with Salamel at the castle and soon ran to Dion and Natalie. Bakura, we were ready to give up. We searched the castle but found no sign of you, as well, or any fragment of the spirit sword. What happened?
How long did you look for?
Well, you know, we were getting very tired after checking the entrance, so we decided just give it a break.
What, 2 minutes?
2 whole minutes, man. Were you able to defeat Aswell?
Actually, no, how long did that fight take? About a minute?
Were you able to defeat Aswell?
Is he?
No. He won. And now the world is doomed. Incredible. You have done a great deed today. We have seen no evidence of the ultimate seed on our end. So we are still... Some of the qualifiers still remain, but we have cut off the serpent's head. They should be easy to take care of. Thank you, Bakura. We would like to continue working with you. If we discover any new information you could use, we will send a messenger. The location of astral fissures, for example, or grow. Enough talking, we must go, Dion. Indeed. Farewell, Bakura. Thank you again for all you've done. As my journey came to an end, I reflected on everything that had happened. Though I had started off fighting for my life, I ended up fighting to protect the world. I thought about what I had achieved and where fate had led me. If I had fulfilled my purpose, what should I do now? I could not decide just yet. For now, I would rest and ready myself for my next journey.
Do. Okay, so logically, we're going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. I am actually going to end the series here. We're actually done. There's nothing more to do. We've did what we set out to do. Will we pick this up again? Maybe. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. And peace.